How we met? Well, it was at one of our assemblies of Jehovah's Witnesses in 2012. I was in desperate need of someone to assist me with my move, and Chris just showed up out of nowhere. I say he was an answer to my prayers. I needed help, and he provided the help. The day that he showed up for the move, that was an eventful day, so much so that he almost killed himself at the very end of the day. So he made quite the impression, I would say. We kept in touch, and so he learned that I was from Canada, and then I found out that he also lived in Canada for a time, and we had friends in common in Canada. So of course we're very excited about finding these commonalities between us. And I told him that I would soon be moving to Kingston from Montego Bay. He asked me if I needed help. I said, yes, actually, I do. I'm looking for someone with a truck. And he says, well, I have a truck and I can help you for free. And I'm like, are you serious? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And sure enough, he showed up on the day, the move. It was a rainy day, and there were a number of problems that happened on that day, but Chris was there through it all. Basically, I realized he was interested in having a friendship, at least, and so I communicated with him since then, and invited him over for dinner a few months after the move. He made an amazing cheesecake, which many people are still talking about to this day. Some months after that now, I started wondering if there was something developing between us. So I called him up and I asked him, you know, what's actually happening here. And he denied having any interest in me. Of course, I was not pleased because I'm like, this guy is leading me on. But a couple weeks after that phone call, he sends me a message and he says he has to apologize for something and he hopes that one day I'll forgive him. And I'm just like, I don't know what this is about, but it sounds like it's confession time, so just tell me what it is. So he thinks back to, or he's just speaking about now the conversation we had a few weeks earlier when I had asked him what his intentions were. He admitted that he was interested, but he got nervous. So, of course, I was very touched by that. I expressed how I felt, and then we decided we'll give it a try. Unfortunately, things didn't quite go the way we wanted at first, and things kind of came to an end. That was my fault. I got scared, but continued to think about him some months after that. And at the end of that year, no, this is the end of 2013, I basically said I need to just speak to him and let him know I still feel the same way. And January of 2014, we decided that we're going to give this another try, and here we are, 2015, and we're getting married. What I really like about Chris, well, the boy is honest. I mean, for him to tell me that he was nervous when I asked him the question about how he felt about me, I was like, well, there's not a lot of guys that would say that, so this is a keeper. And I was like, okay, I like that. He's friendly. Everybody just loves him. Whenever he's around a group of people, he just makes them laugh. I feel very comfortable with him. I'm not so outspoken and outgoing as he is, but I admire that in him. And sometimes, you know, he wishes I can speak more, but I think he speaks enough for the both of us. Today we're getting married, Chris, and I just want to say I love you very much. I know sometimes I don't always show it. I can be miserable, maybe. I might be quiet, but deep down inside, I know I love you, and I want us to have a happy life together. And I know you'll make me happy. I hope I can make you happy too. We've been through a lot, but the challenges that we've been through, I think, have shaped us as individuals, and it's brought us closer together, and of course to our God Jehovah. And I know that with the future challenges that may come, you'll be there by my side as we try to support each other.
Well, I met Marlena at a time when I had just gone through one of the hardest challenges ever in my adult life. I was attending one of our assemblies and was introduced to a young lady by the name of Catherine Chai. Me and Catherine were talking, And we were just, exchanging pleasantries. And of course, my good friend as well, Adrian Daly, was nearby, and he came over with his usually exuberant laugh. And I don't know where Marlena came from, but all of a sudden Marlena became a part of the conversation, and I was telling Catherine about where I was from and stuff, and Marlena heard I was from Canada. She immediately found interest because she was like, I'm from Canada too. How do you expect that to happen? And we talked, and then little I knew at the time that meeting Marlena was an answer to a prayer that I had made to my God, Jehovah, that I wanted to meet someone who made me whole, who was able to see me for who I was and work with me as the human being that I wanted to be and the spiritual man that I endeavored to be in everything I do. Yes, I'll admit, and everybody here knows I'm rough around the edges, but she has been working to sand those edges down, and I'm finally happy to say that she's my wife right now. As we are here together here tonight watching this video, I am married to my soulmate, the girl who made my whole world make sense. What I like about Marlena, she was easygoing, down to earth, nothing really bothered her, adaptable. She made me laugh, and she had this laugh that just captured me, because when she laughed, I could see all her 57 teeth. We all know that Marlena has a lot of teeth, and I'm sure if you look at her right now, you can see all 57 of them. Up to when I was moving her, to be completely honest, I never actually thought there was anything more than just friends helping out each other. So the day I moved her, it worked out that day we had some torrential rainfall in the St. Ann area, and where I work was completely flooded out. And being one of the managers, everything went crazy because now I had to take up my responsibilities. So I was supposed to meet her in Montego Bay to pick her up, but that didn't work out. So she got into the moving truck that was moving her and came up towards Runaway Bay. And then when she came to Runaway Bay, I looked at her in the front of the truck, sandwiched between these two guys, and I felt so sorry for her. And there in her hands were her most precious possessions, 2 albums that reflected her whole life. And it was the only thing on the truck that wasn't wet. There are things that come up in my head sometimes, issues that come up into my head, and I make a big thing out of it. And Marlena just says something and just makes it so simple. And for that, I love her. And the other thing I love about her too is she loves Jehovah. She loves Jehovah. She puts him first in her life. She does everything to please him. And I just really hope that I can be the man to help her to enjoy the rest of our lives together now and into the new system of things. Marlena, today, there's an expression in our country here in Jamaica that says a guy like a girl and he would climb a tree to prove his love for her. Well, I didn't really climb the tree, but my pickup truck climbed the tree, climbed the beautiful breadnut tree on Mount Rasa. I went over into a gully. Yeah, I was moving you. So literally, you're the only girl that I've ever climbed the tree for. Marlena Nicole Jack, or let me correct that, Marlena Nicole Charlie, I love you so much that words escape me, but all I can tell you is that I sincerely hope that you can love me as much as I love you, because the love I have for you, I can't even explain it. It possesses me, it's in me. It's not the crazy teenager love. It's this love that loves you for who you are, for what you do for me, and I love you for what we're going to do together, because we're going to accomplish all our goals together, baby. I see us now here today as the start of our lives together as a married couple, but our lives started 2 years ago when I met you. 2 years ago was just time for me to be prepared for this day. I hope this wedding has been, you've enjoyed it. I really hope that your family has enjoyed it. I know that Mommy Marlene, we haven't got to know her as well as I'd like to, but I look forward to getting to know her more. And I can tell you, Marlena, that my parents love you. My grandmother, grandma, hey grandma, she loves you so much. She talks about you in her emails. When I talk to her on the phone, she talks about you. I love you. Auntie Liz loves you. Uncle Patrick loves you. Everybody loves you. I have not heard somebody say something bad about you since the day I've met you. I wish I had that record. But Marlena, hand in hand together, we'll accomplish. We can change things. We can work together and be happy for the rest of our lives and into Jehovah's new system. I look forward to all the moments with you and the times we'll share together and the different challenges we'll face. If you look at it the way you're doing it now, which is the simplistic approach, I think we'll do well. Thank you, baby, for marrying me, and I look forward to the rest of our lives together.